Fala aí pessoal, beleza? Aqui quem fala é o Emerson e no vídeo de hoje a gente vai fazer o primeiro vídeo de Alan Wake 2. O Alan Wake 1 é de 2010, se eu não me engano. Então, bora começar. Tem uns negocinhos pra gente ajustar. Continuar. Idiomas, português, legendas ok, modo de exibição C, preferência, médio mesmo, que é bem pesadinho. Aqui, novo jogo, opções, vamos em opções. Vamos aqui, interface, tamanho da legenda, vamos deixar grandinho aqui, beleza. Aqui tudo certo, vamos em novo jogo e história. Então vamos lá. Pelo que eu vi o comecinho é bem esquisito, pessoal, mas vamos nessa, continuar. Vamos curtir aí, pessoal.
We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for...
Peraí, deixa eu... Configuração, mais uma coisinha, gráficos, áudio, beleza.
For an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story. In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way.
Oxi.
This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces.
Suspense, hein, mano. Aparentemente o jogo vai ser da hora. O lado ruim é que a legenda tá um pouquinho fora de sintonia do... Tá fora de sintonia com o áudio. Mas... vamos lá. Tá. E vamos aí controlando. O que a gente pode fazer? Dá pra correr? Não. Opa. Ah, dá pra correr, rapaz. Vamos correr um pouquinho. Vamos ver o que tem aqui. Aqui é o lago de Cauldron Lake, né? Se eu não me engano. Então, Alan Wake é um jogo... Opa. Não é, Ed. Interessante. E agora não dá pra correr mais. Só dá pra dar um zoom. Beleza. Esse jogo vai ser bastante susto, hein, pessoal? Se você se prepara, se tiver com o celular aí na mão, segura firme, senão cai. Eita, como merda. Vamos lá, Alan Wake. Meio esquisito, cara. Ixi, bichinho sussurrando não. Ah, dá pra correr então. O negócio vai ficar feio agora. É, se dá pra correr, vai ficar bom, porque não faz mais nada. Ai, a gente vai ser pego nessa coisa, não tem como não. Muito rápido. Vamos tentar fugir, mas eu acho que não dá não, cara. Acho que a gente vai ser pegos. Pai, mas como que você fazer isso, né? Faz assim, atrás, fugindo.
Where's the rest of the stuff? I need to finish this. I'm coming. What the fuck? Shit.
Ah não, não, YouTube. Que borrar isso daqui, senão tô perdido com o YouTube, hein, gente. Alright, vocês são foda, hein? Esse é do mesmo. Esse é do jogo do Sun Lake. Aí ele vai ficar lá. Como é que essa primeira parte é zoada? É muito zoada, muito esquisito. Mas aqui começa a ser Alan Wake de novo. Aqui fica da hora.
Hey kiddo, how are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo. Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
Ó, cafezinho em sintonia. Da hora.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
Estamos chegando em algum lugar, hein?
Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work.
São investigadores, eles vão investigar os assassinatos? Ou aquele assassinato que a gente... Quem que era aquele cara?
A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Capítulo 1, convite. Aqui a gente já tá controlando o gráfico, tá?
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the tree.
Aqui fica o mapa. Chalés de aluguel, banlite, estacionamento. Mercado, Witch's Hut, Witch's Ladle, Serra do Pé do Corvo, Orla de Cauldron Lake, Witchfinder Station e Ribeira.
I think I hear someone. Could be our deputy.
I can go take a look.
Isso aí, vou dar um pause agora rapidão. Vamos continuar aqui. Dá pra correr. Ah, a lanterna balançando ali.
Hey,
Não,
over here.
tá bonito, cara.
Hey there.
Meu PC tá
It's
chorando
Casey,
aqui.
right?
É uma
Sheriff Baker said
3060,
you'd
hein?
be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
Eu é que mando aqui.
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, you know, that,
Those damn feds gonna show up, Mulligan.
the federal agent's right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, well, you know, inside.
Rapaz, a dublagem ficou boa. A movimentação.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton? But don't worry. Sheriff Baker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Hey, Mulligan, tell them I'm here waiting. I'll show them around.
They got it, Thornton.
Então, beleza, vamos lá. Não entre.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Olha que visão bonita, cara. Opa. Você pode acessar quadro de casos dentro do lugar mental.
The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders.
Os
Worth taking another
assassinatos.
look.
Os assassinatos de Cauldron Lake. Quadro de casos é uma técnica mental que permite que Saga analise pistas e avance na investigação. Aqui a gente movimenta, aqui dá zoom, aqui mexe. Beleza. Assassinatos de Cauldron Lake. Todas as vítimas dadas como desaparecidas em 2010, sem outros pontos em comum. A vítima foi dada como desaparecida em 2010, encontrada em 2012, enterrada em uma cova rasa. Encontrada em Cauldron Lake em 2018, sem alguns órgãos predadores. O estado do corpo não bate com 8 anos dentro de um lago. Essa qual que é o nome dela? Wendy Davis, esse é o Ted Lane. E aqui o Percy Wolf, lojista. Encontrado 2 semanas, ferido no peito, foi considerado a causa da morte. Tatuagens no corpo estão ilegíveis. Métodos de matar. Pequena diferença nos homicídios. Inchaço é a única coisa em comum entre os corpos, mas não a causa da morte. Traumatismo no tórax. Exposição pós-mortem à água. Hematomas em pulsos e pernas. Cortes profundos no tórax, coração ausente. Todos os corpos apresentam inchaço. Perfil do assassino. Tatuagem pós-mortem no corpo. Os alvos dos assassinatos não têm traços perceptíveis em comum. E traumatismo no tórax. Lembra técnicas de corte de açougue. Interessante.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Que vista bonita.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Vamos acelerar aqui.
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny, Anderson.
Rapaz, caminho longo, hein? Tem várias coisas aqui pra investigar.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Estamos chegando.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Hey!
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
That's me, at your service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
Então, beleza.
So, FBI, huh? That's so cool. Hunting down psycho serial killers and shootouts with the mob.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
What? Those are real? You guys hiring?
Thornton, he's joking.
Let's just see this body, shall we?
Tá aí.
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table.
Ixi.
Now he didn't
olha
touch
tudo.
nothing, you know,
Vocês não viram nada.
procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders? Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
Você desbloqueou sua primeira imagem principal. Você pode colocá-la no quadro de casos dentro do lugar de... Cena do crime em Cauldron Lake.
Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Outro corpo foi encontrado no bosque perto de Bright Falls. Momento perfeito. Preciso ver se tem ligação com os outros assassinatos que estamos aqui para investigar. É possível ver as metas de quadros no caso de objetivos. Ah, tá. Investiga a cena do crime. Beleza.
The killer left the heart right next to the body.
Aqui o coração.
Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
Pai, mas...
Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
É o que aconteceu com a gente mesmo. Foda, não. Agora a gente coloca isso nos quadros. Tá.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
As pistas solucionaram a pergunta aberta, desbloquearam a dedução. Conforme você avançar a investigação, novas perguntas serão desbloqueadas, atualizando seus objetivos. Entendi. Descubra mais sobre a vítima, descubra mais sobre o assassinato. Beleza.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting. Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera?
Provavelmente. Pior que era a gente aqui, né, cara? Sacanagem. A gente volta pro quadro. Bem detetive mesmo. Aqui, vamos ver. Vários conjuntos de pegadas. Isso é onde? É no assassino, né? Mancha grande de sangue na mesa.
Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party.
Descobrir sobre as vítimas. Vou perguntar pra ele. Será que você identificou a vítima?
Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Então ele conhece. Sabe que é o Nightingale.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
Vamos ver se dá pra fazer alguma coisa. Vítima. Nightingale.
Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Premeditado ou espontâneo? Parece novo, trazido pelos assassinos. Por quê? Para montar uma câmera, um filme snuff esquisito.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together. This mug always cheers me up.
Olhando as pistas, pessoas desaparecidas.
Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Eita.
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flick the switch. It goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something.
Aí será que a gente vai ali de novo? Sentiu que Nightingale veio do lago, mas por que agora, depois de 13 anos, onde ele esteve?
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow. Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Claro.
Okay, well, I'll just wait here.
Até mais. Vamos lá, rapidão.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated.
A witch with no heart. A strange echo of owl murder.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
You need to get out more. It is kind of creepy, though.
Reza a lenda que os sentimentos de um xerife local foram correspondidos. Ele acusou a mulher em questão de tê-lo enfeitiçado. Ela foi afogada, mas deixou cair uma concha de cozinha que cresceu e virou uma árvore estranha, chamada Witch Ladle. A mulher voltou para se vingar de seus transgressores. Se não era uma bruxa antes, agora era. Ela matou o xerife afogando-o no lago. Depois arrancou o coração dele e trancou dentro de uma caixa. O coração ela invocaria do lago para ele se vingar em nome dela. Pelo menos a lenda é essa. Cara, é aquela mulher do Alan Wake 1, cara. Que aparece bem no comecinho do jogo. Que dá aquela chave e tal lá. Chave errada, né? Rapaz. Isso lembra os velhos tempos.
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
There's a piece of paper on the ground. A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. The killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
Reading
the
the
words.
words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here, someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept, even if they knew it would end up hurting them?
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us.
Mas como que ele veio?
I should profile Nightingale about this page.
A gente pode ler.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
Nossa, cara. As pegadas. A trilha esfriou.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Caramba, tá aumentando.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Whoever wrote that page made sure it read like a story. Like a scene from a thriller.
I hate all of it. The text said we'd find more. I believe it.
But what's the purpose? They're twisting events to create their own narrative. To do what? Entertain some fantasy? Projecting their desires? Are we characters or the audience? Witnesses to their design? All the above?
It's all about control. Deciding what happens to who. Don't let it drag you in.
Too late. I'm already hooked. I need the next chapter.
Hey, you made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Chave de atalho.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Da hora. Mas é isso, pessoal. Vou deixar esse primeiro vídeo aqui. Eu espero que vocês tenham curtido. Não esqueçam de deixar seus comentários aqui embaixo sobre o jogo, que se vocês estão achando. E é isso aí. Valeu, falou e até o próximo vídeo. Fui!